Cheers, legend. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. It's Friday night. I feel like a couple of beers, so I thought, let's do a little showcase. I've got some Boatrocker. They're sort of core range beers, maybe one or two limited releases, but they're all sort of like your cheaper, readily available stuff. And I've gone with all lagers. I thought I'll mix it up and we'll go something a little different. So I'm going to start off. I've got five. Starting off with I don't know if it's a German inspired or Czech. I think it's German, but it's just known as Pilsner, crisp and hoppy. I'm pretty sure it's German. We'll read on the back anyway. Oh, yeah, a classic German style Pilsner with a new world twist. Choice Kiwi hops, German Pilsner malt, and a true lager yeast. So yeah, they wouldn't have called it a German lager just because they've gone with some Kiwi hops, so they mixed it up slightly. Hence, just calling it simple Pilsner. And then the next one, and that one to start off with is 4.5%. And then next you've got the Monk Lager, which is a Munich Helles. Obviously German inspired as well. 4.5%. Monk Munich Helles is a beer steeped in history. Munich traces its origins to a Benedictine monastery circa 750 AD. This beer pays homage in a great brewing centre of the world. Pale gold in colour, the aromatic hops complement the extended lagering time of 3 months to craft a beer of great drinkability. Prost. So yeah, that's always been called Monk, their Munich Hell. And then this one's relatively new. This is called Easy As New Zealand Pilsner. So obviously it's going to have New Zealand hops in it, maybe some New Zealand grains. This one's 4.6%, so just slightly higher. It says, nothing says relax like a crisp pale Pilsner packed with Nectaron, Nelson Sauvin, and Motueka hops. Load up the chili bin, throw on your togs and jandals, and head to the beach. Easy as. Some little New Zealand buzzwords there. And then a style I haven't had too many of, and I haven't seen for a while, but still around, an Italian Pilsner. This one's called Birra Birra. It is 5%, so stepping up slightly. I'm pretty sure this is relatively new as well. Italian Pils, that's right. From the maestros who invented pizza and pasta comes a beer that is crisp and refreshing, just like a German Pils, but it has been dry hopped with modern European noble hops. The result is a wonderful floral hop note that complements pizza perfectly. Damn it, I don't have pizza. And then this one is an amber lager called Whaler. Inspired by the early days of craft brewing, classic styles with little twists, our amber lager is deliciously drinkable with a wonderful malt body and balanced hop profile, one for any time of the day. And that one's 5%, so a bit of a drop from the last one, but just being a darker lager, I thought I'll finish with that one. They have done a lot of English beers recently, which have been really good. If people can remember, I did a showcase of their English beers. I think there was about 4 or 5. They had like an ESB. I think it was like a Yorkie Pale, brown ale. Yeah, it was pretty cool. An English IPA. But yeah, so they're the 5 beers I'm going to attack. Let's get into it, and I'll check the chat, shall I? Cheers, Daniel. Good to see you, brother. Cheers, Adam. Cheers, Stewie. That's not good. Hopefully you're okay. Cheers all. Let's get into it. I've got a obviously a proper glassware. So that's the logo for Boatrocker, and this is one of their Ramjet glasses. So Ramjet is it's a bit of a cult classic imperial bourbon barrel aged imperial stout, and they even have a day dedicated to it. So it sort of has that hype like what Putty does, but in like Victoria in Australia. Um, yeah, it's a beer that I have held for Mr. Mersey Beers for him to try. Yeah, it's definitely a very nice stout. So yeah, they have that yearly, and I always get behind it, and they have a few variants and stuff as well. But let's do it. So the Pilsner first up, and yeah, I'm just going to sort of take my time, just talk shit. I'll probably just drink all five on camera. They're only light, so dirty glassware mafia. So yeah, it's Friday night here. It's 8 o'clock. I was meaning to start at about 7:30. And then yeah, the dogs were playing up a bit, and I hadn't had a shower after work, and I'm like, nah, stuff it, I'll go a bit later. It's not bad for the not a bad time for the English and the Scottish and that Europeans, but yeah, US it's a bit early. I didn't even know I was monetized. I thought I was still short of it. Well, there you go. Cheers, Mersey. Yeah, because I when I got over the 500 subscribers, I had the watch hours easily, and then for some reason, when they said that I wasn't quite there, that they got me to check over my watch hours, and it dropped significantly. Like I'd lost 1,000. I'm like, what the fuck's going on there? But they must have like revisited or something. Something wasn't right anyway, because I had like you need 500 subs and 4,000 watch hours, and I had like 4,500. And then all of a sudden it dropped down to 3,500. I'm like, that's fucked. But yeah, I haven't even like set up bank account or anything like that yet. I don't even know how to. I'm assuming they send an email or something. Cheers, Stewie. So I better pour this beer. I was worrying about the dirtiness of the glass. And I like their sort of simple but effective cans. They're all just got that, like it's basic, but you know it's them, and that's just like their core range appearance. Smells pretty decent. So yeah, very clean and clear. The heads disappeared pretty quickly. I was fucking around with the pour though. Very very carbonated. It's going nuts in the glass. But yeah, it's like I think that's sort of why the heads sort of disappeared a bit. I would say straw in colour and probably light to medium body. Oh yeah, yeah. I wouldn't have a clue. I mean, you could do it on your phone, but fuck doing that as well as like pouring beers and drinking and shit. So it's pretty subtle on the nose. You get like I would say like grainy, biscuity, maybe some bread, but it's more like biscuity and grainy. Yeah, that's no surprise. There's always someone when you're earning money or paying for someone something, there's always someone screwing you. There's a little like citrusy bite, grassy, but yeah, very light on the nose. Actually expected a little more. Let's get into it. First beer, boom. Cheers, guys. Ooh. So I'm gonna say it's bready. You weren't getting that on the nose, but you definitely are on the palate. Lemon, orange. It's got like a floral touch. Sort of like wet grass. Oh, yeah, 70% and they keep 30. I guess that's not too bad. If it was anywhere near sort of half or what more than half, that'd be ridiculous. The thing that's annoying is my main email account I'm having trouble with because of storage issues. And I'm having to use other email accounts. And because of the storage issues, I go in there and delete a heap of emails, and it's like it just doesn't delete enough to clear any room. It's real fucking annoying. All these all these years where you sign up to shit and they send you just junk constantly. It's like now I can't even use my email account. So yeah, I'm probably getting emails from YouTube and I can't read them. So I might have to update the account or something. Most of the info's come through on YouTube itself when you click on your profile page and then you go down to like review or earn or something like that. There's all the info down there. Yeah, I don't know. There's just so many. It's like I need a fucking week off work to go through and clear all the emails. Yeah, well, that I set that up, Stewie. That's what I got a message saying to set that up. So I've done that already. I did that like about, I don't know, a few days ago. But there was no info about like giving a bank account or anything like that. Very easy drinking this bad boy. I could crush a heap of them. It's got some nice bitterness to it. That's what I like with a Pilsner when you get just sort of subtle notes, but you get this like kick of bitterness. I feel like that's what you'll get with this one. Italian Pilsners normally taste like real hoppy. They got bit more of a like malt backbone to them as well. They always seem to be a little bit sort of boozier. I think too. From what I've heard or reading it somewhere, I think you have to earn a certain amount of money too before you can even like touch it. I don't know if I have ads or anything yet, but from what I've seen, I reckon it was just like, yeah, super chats and stuff. Because obviously 1,000 subscribers is the main, when you get the main sort of perks. Yeah, I'll have to write down a list of what I've got for you so far, Adam. With Ramjet though, we might have to share that because I couldn't get it in a can. I could only get a bottle. It'd be one of those beers that would be pretty awesome to share with you. Like it's sort of like it'd be a good memory sharing a Ramjet with a mate from the other side of the world. But yeah, the other impy stouts from those guys that are based on that but have adjuncts in them that are like top class. Yeah, I've got a can each of those for you. Fat, you'll fucking love Fat Santa because it's got what I think it's cacao nibs, vanilla bean, and tonka bean. So fucking good. Sort of reminds me of an amped up version of Lervig's three bean stout, but it's like bourbon barrel aged as well. Yeah, for sure. I can sort of see us doing that. But yeah, if we go to like the aim is to actually go to Banks and Boatrocker. Oh yeah. Oh yes. I'm glad I picked it. I probably should have asked like more info about the IPAs, but then I thought, oh no, I'll get the Daya one just because yeah, like I've had heaps of beak recently. There's already some other Rivingtons in that list you've got. Plus, I've had Rivington stuff recently as well. That other brewery I hadn't heard of, but because it was a sour, I was like, oh, I can't be fucked. Isn't there another sour brewery in Scotland now? Didn't like the guy leave Vault City and start another one that's real good? See, another brewery I haven't tried anything from either is Neon Raptor, but I don't know if they're any good these days. They used to be alright. But I mainly just want to try even just one flock beer just because, like, it's from Craig's area and Craig seems to think they're pretty good. And, like, so I've heard Rob say he thinks they're good as well. Cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, do they do cans or bottles or both? Yeah, that's always a concern. I always remember Craft Beer Basic talking about their stouts and saying how they're pretty good. I mean, he worked for him, but you could tell he'd get excited about it. Well, the Pilsner is down. Next up is the Helles. I love a good Helles. Yeah. If there's anything you sort of come across and you just think, yeah, he'll love that, just like send us a message. Obviously, there's still plenty of time. There might be some awesome as IPA that comes out like a month before you leave. Cool. Yeah, the brewery, like one of the breweries I really want to try from England, but yeah, it's just they're all bottles as the Colonel. It's a shame. It'd be unreal trying like a Baltic Porter from the Colonel or something like that. A little different. Cool. So there was two Chubbles, wasn't there? Is it sort of like Putty, where it's like a normal version and like a triple, or is the other Chubbles a completely different style? So the head stuck around a little bit more on this one, but it's still sort of disappearing. Same sort of carbonation, same clarity. I would say same body as well. I mean, they're both lagers at 4.5%. They're going to be very similar. The old hay fever's probably stopping me from smelling these aromas too. Cheers, Brett. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's a Chubbles with like the three in the top or something, isn't it? Yeah, so this one smells more bready, not as grainy. And yeah, it smells like it's more of like a lemon, sort of like lemongrass. Yeah, it's definitely more on the aroma, this one, than the last. There's a touch of orange there as well. Could nearly even say like mandarin. It's like quite sweet. Anyway, cheers, boys. I love a Helles lager. That's delightful. It's one thing with Boatrocker. I love the fact that their imperial stouts and barley wines and that sort of stuff, their barrel age, even their wild ales, some of the best in the country. Their English styles are the best in the country, probably. Their lagers are up there, but then they can't brew a decent hazy IPA. So weird. They can do decent West Coast stuff, but they've just never been able to perfect the hazy. And I sort of think it's cool because, yeah, it just goes to show that everyone's human and You fell through a bridge. Fuck. How high up was it? Did you just sort of fall through but didn't actually fall? Oh, I need to sneeze. Oh, damn you, hay fever. The old change in the weather. How's this? It's like mid-April, and this weekend it's going to be over 30 degrees. It's so fucking weird. Normally by now it's like real shit weather in Victoria. Oh yeah. So they're both triple IPAs, did you say? I remember having Cloudwater and Other Half. It was the first time Other Half had ever done an event in Australia. And it was massive hype because it was before American breweries were doing tap takeovers and stuff. And the two boys, the two main guys that started Other Half, were even here. And Paul from Cloudwater just happened to be here at the same time. So they did like a thing together. And Other Half had all their hype. Pretty much 90% of the tap list was like all Other Half's hype, and everyone was just going crazy for it. And then Cloudwater had the remaining, like probably 5 or 6 beers. And I just remember drinking Chubbles and thinking, fuck me, that beer smashes any of the Other Half. And like the Other Half was all hype. Like, is it like double day Citra, double daydream, all those ones were there, and I just thought Chubbles was fucking fantastic. That happens. Yeah, that would have been fucked. Yeah, yeah. Sounds like it was pretty bad, Stewie, but could have been a lot worse. Deep purple. Richie Blackmore. Woo! Fuck, I'm glad it's the weekend. I could easily drink many, many ales. Are you gonna relive the you gonna do a reenactment? I was there at this on this day at approximately this time, except it was raining. There was a dog in the background barking loudly. He's a child in time. I read that then as Wendy is putting sunscreen on it. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, so the old Hallis has got a bit of bitterness to it as well. Yes. Quite the quaffable beer. Yeah, get some like Tiger Balm or something like that. That'll clear that shit right up. Wish this hay fever would go away. I feel like I'm about to sneeze 35 times in a row. So next up, we have this. Choice Bro, hey cuz, easy as New Zealand Pilsner. I got a feeling this one's going to be tasty. Yeah, when I was fucking drunk last Friday night doing that stream and fell asleep, and I fucking fell forward and landed sort of on my like shoulder and chest. I didn't think it was that bad, but I obviously landed pretty hard. And yeah, like my chest was fucking killing all week. every every fucking maneuver I was doing at work, I was just like, fuck. Just trying to put on a brave face like I wasn't sore. It was fucking killing me. It's like when I played cricket when you first come back from off season and you bowl your 10 overs in the heat and you're so fucking sore afterwards. Italian bitter. Cool. He needs to put that shit in a can. Just so like, it's a Friday night, right? In my hometown, Friday night, like, even though it's still a country town, it's very lively and there's always so much going on. But like where I live these days, Friday night, it's just like fucking a ghost town. It's like everyone finishes work and it's like they just go home and watch tally and go to bed. It's like there's just no one on the streets, no cars, nobody pubs open, no like late night food gets or anything like that. It's very eerie. Like I just feel like I'm like sitting here in my neighborhood and it's almost like I'm the only one awake. And it's like fucking 9 p.m. Oh, okay. So it's not one there brewing, it's like someone else, like a guest. A guest beer. Is it an Italian brewery or is it an English brewery doing an Italian bitter? Okay, time for New Zealand, bro. Didn't Harry do a New Zealand? Was it a New Zealand pale or a New Zealand lager? And called it Hucker? I love Boatrocker's slogan now they put on their cans. Rocking the boat since 2009. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I wonder if there's such thing as Italian hops. I know some of the European nations have their own, but I'm not sure about Italy. See, that's a proper head. What happened to the head on the other two beers? That's some good shit right there. So, lively carbonation again. About a 2 to 3 finger foamy head. The body on this, it probably looks more medium, like low end medium. It's not quite as clear as well as the other two. Slight chill haze. Colours similar. I'd probably say more of a yellow tinge in the straw. But yeah, it looks delightful. Oh, smells delightful. A lot more aroma on this one. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was a low ABV New Zealand inspired beer. I just couldn't remember what style. Oh, be good if I could smell out of both nostrils. I'm going to buy some of that nose tape that people use when they go to sleep. I'm going to see if it actually works. So yeah, I'm getting like white bread, like crackery, biscuity, lemon and lime, like a touch of white grape. It's grassy. Might even be like a touch of like peach. The old nasal spray. Yeah, I've tried them in the past. Like, it's probably something I need to try again. One thing, I've always had shit sinuses, but I have noticed ever since I broke my nose, they're even worse. And obviously, it affects me in so many ways, like just breathing normally, but sleeping especially. Cheers, Joshy G. Good to see you, brother. They're just doing a casual Friday night, 5 beers from a brewery in Melbourne, and whinging about my hay fever. Yeah, there's like a touch of, I would say, like passion fruit as well. There's like a little tropical sweetness. Yeah, that'd be terrible. It's like when you see people when they get all the gunk out of their ear. It's something I'd love to do, but it looks pretty gross. It's the change in the weather, bro. It's been so ridiculous here. You can tell with all the flies at the moment. It's like the weather doesn't know if it wants to be cold and wet or hot. It's like fucking confusing. I mean, yeah, we've had sort of both weather this week, and then tomorrow's like in the 30s again. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably been like, I reckon, early 20s today here, but tomorrow's meant to be over 30. And then I think Sunday's pretty similar too. Normally it's during the week's warm and then the weekend sucks, but it's the other way around this week, which is good. Yeah. See you, bro. You just start talking and chilling with people, and then you're getting booted out. Yeah, it smells good. Cheers, guys. I'm going in. Cheers, Joey. Good to see you, brother. Not much, mate. Just a cruisy Friday night, trying a few ales from the same brewery. Or should I say lagers? They aren't ales. And yeah, shooting the shit. It's been a pretty hectic week. I'm glad it's over. Oh, white Sammy, bam a lamb. It's got a bit more bite to it, this one. I would say they've all had some bitterness to them, but this one's probably got more. It's quite dry on the finish. Um, yeah, it's definitely a different sort of base on it to the other two. But yeah, they've all been very solid. New Zealand is definitely a country I would like to visit. In particular, the South Island. I would like to do both islands, but probably I think just the scenery, the like ski fields, the major sort of cities I want to visit, like Wellington. I just think the South Island's more for me. Be awesome going to some rugby games over there. Yeah. should have this with the Italian Pilsner. Ooh, yeah, boy. Some spicy salami, calabrese. I'm assuming calabrese is Italian. It's probably like Spanish. You're a man of knowledge, Adam. Where is calabrese from? Yeah, that would be grand. I just feel like it won't be long and there'll only be one to dog sit and not two. But old mate just keeps fighting the good fight and living above his, beyond his years. He just flicks off that arthritis like there's no, no care in the world. Yeah, I thought it would be. My hometown has like an iconic sort of a classic fish and chip style burger place, and their burger with the lot you can opt to have calabrese salami on it, and yeah, people always bang on about how good it is, and it adds a bit of kick to the burger. Red pepper flakes and paprika, cool, cool. Good to see you, Rob. Thanks for chiming in. Nothing wrong with geeking out over some beer stuff. You've selected some good hops there, brother. Now, well, you know what a fish and chip style burger is? Because when people ask what type of burger is it, it's normally a smash burger or like a modern sort of fancy burger with all these fucking addings, or it's like a classic fish and chip shop burger where it's like, well, that's what we say in Australia anyway. Modern tradition. Because you know what it's like with burger joints, how there's all these fucking fancy ways to cook them now. Never you used to just, you'd either go to like McDonald's and get a burger, or you'd go to a fish and chip shop and get this big greasy fucker that had heaps of shit on it. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. See, kebab shops here are only really in the cities. When it's rural, it's different. I've been watching heaps of Spaniard on YouTube. And yeah, like I didn't realise. I know he started his own kebab shops in Australia. I didn't realise he's completely changed the style of him. He's gone with more of like like the German or Dutch sort of style of a kebab where it's in like a sandwich looking sort of like base instead of a wrap. And like everyone's criticised him about it. And now it's like people are starting to sort of see why, because in Europe that's like a popular thing. That's what happens when you travel. You get out there and you see all these differences and stuff that you don't have in your own country, and you're like, "Ooh, thinking cap is on. I might have to bring that idea home." Yeah, yeah. But I bet it went down fucking good when you were talking left-handed. Yeah, it's hard to beat a kebab as far as a drunken like late night food after going out. I think if you're drinking but you're still going pretty solid, I think pizza's probably number one. Or maybe, yeah, like a burger. But I think there's just something about a kebab after you've had a massive session, the night's ending. Fucking awesome. And then you ask Americans what kebabs are, and they've got no fucking idea what you're talking about. Something just fell down somewhere. I got no idea what it was. We have a Southport here in Melbourne and a Southport in Brisbane. Actually, no, the one in Melbourne's South Bank. The one in Brisbane's Southport, I think. Yeah. But I've even said to Yanks about gyros or whatever, and they still don't know what the fuck you're talking about half the time. Depends what state they're in. Remember having a big discussion about it once with Drew. It was funny. Kebab. Aintree. There you go. I'm not familiar with it. Is it a suburb? If it is, it must be pretty small. It's probably like in the southeast somewhere. Yeah, I like the dryness of this one. It's good. Cheers, Juzzy. Good to see you, bro. Suburb in Melton. Oh no, Melton South. Yeah, Melton's rough as fuck, dude. It's like northwest on the outskirts of the city. Very rough. Hope you're well, dude. Just having a few Friday night lagers and talking shit and whinging about my hay fever. It's been a big week at work. I'm sure you've had the same. You've probably done a shitload of overtime. I've actually got 3 working days next week. and one training day. We had these stupid training days, like it's probably like every 6 months, and we go over all this crap that we heard 1,000 times, and you're sitting there like a kid in a classroom just fucking dying to get out of there. We had that on Thursday, and then obviously Good Friday, we get the full week off after that. So I've got from Good Friday to Anzac Day off, so it's going to be pretty cool. Awesome. That'd be good. The old pub shed. Can't beat it. Boys and beers. See, TJ went back to the Docklands, and then he also went back to that bad meat place in Footscray again. So I've really got to try that joint. Cool. I will check it out for sure, brother. Strolling the streets again in the city. Anyone that's not familiar with Justin, the short straw, check out his channel. He does a lot of work with the homeless in Melbourne. Just does some little interactions, strolls the streets, and helps them out with like food and supplies, and yeah, doing God's work. He's a good boy. Oh, you can't beat those pizza ovens. They're fucking awesome. Oh yeah, cool. I'd imagine there's quite a few, dude. Where yous are located, it's pretty cool, like area. It'd be good to have that sort of hub, like somewhere like that, where you can keep going to. You grew up in Preston, didn't you, Juz? Like you're in the, is it the northwest now or the west? But yeah, just watching that Preston video, it sounds like that's sort of where you spent most of your life. He's changing the world. Anyway, I better get on to the next beer. I'm slacking. I'm not really slacking. 50 minutes and I've had 3 beers. That's pretty much on average. So yeah, we've got the Italian Pilsner now. I think this is the newest of the bunch. So this is 5%. That's what happens when you send us all out to an island. We're just going to make it like it's still home. I do feel the Preston in Melbourne's probably better than the Preston in the UK, though. Sorry to Simo subs. That's where he's from, isn't it? He's a good boy, that Sammy. He's pacing himself nicely. Yeah, yeah. They're Preston in Melbourne. I would say originally, I'm going to say more Italian and Greek. I'm sure Juzzy could back that up. You do have an influx of probably Chinese, Vietnamese there now, but I think originally it was mainly like, yeah, Italian and Greek heritage. Um, a lot of like a lot of sort of ethnic restaurants. It's like residential, commercial, and industrial. Sort of got all three. It's on like a major road, sort of either side of a major road. It's very. It's actually very busy. Like, but I feel like back in the day, it wasn't really Preston that had the reputation. It was more sort of Coburg and surrounding suburbs. But I feel like Preston's always been relatively safe compared to a lot of other suburbs. Mm. Um, yeah, as I said, good for food, good for shopping. It's got like a market. It's got like heaps of like random shops on like Sydney Road and stuff. Um, I think infrastructure, like as far as schools and all that shit goes, like sporting grounds, parklands, it's all pretty good. It's good. It'd be a good area to live. And it's like if you catch the train from there into the city, it's probably only 20 minutes. So it's not that far out. It'd be a good area for, like, if you had a young family that had sort of a little bit of cash, it'd be sort of a good area to sort of start up. I mean, you get these days, yeah, anywhere within half hour of the city, you need a bit of coin. So I better comment on the appearance of this first. My hay fever is driving me nuts. I just want to rip my nose off. This one's like more of a yellow or a dark straw. It's got that same carbonation, that same sort of light to medium body, the head like disappearing. Uh yeah, let's go a whiff. It smells like it's gonna have some bitterness to it and be hoppy, but yeah, it's more of your like floral, grassy, like touch of spice. It's not really fruity. Yeah, bit like Northcote and some of those suburbs. It's funny because like I love Thornbury. Like just I go there all the time because one of my favorite bars is there and stuff, and just some of the area there is pretty cool. And Thornbury comes across real relaxed and doesn't matter who the fuck you are, people accept you and stuff. Whereas Northcote, like, just seems completely different. I feel like in Northcote, it just as a like single male, like a single male Australian just walking the streets, you're gonna have these feminist types that hate you and they're just wanting to wanting to fuck you off out of their streets. There's just those particular types in Northcote. It's like, for fuck's sake. The types that whinge about, like, Aboriginal rights and they've never met an Aboriginal in their life. And let's make women's sport the same pay as men's, but we're never going to go to a game and support them. You know the types. We all know the types. Very dry, this beer. It's got like a peppery note. I'm trying to think what else it has. Yeah, it's not juicy at all. It's like I'm not even getting, like, you know how sometimes with noble hops you get like lemon? I'm not even getting that. I'm just getting like grassy, floral, like peppery. And I would say like biscuity, grainy malt. All the travel stuff I watch on YouTube, I'm not going to lie, Italy is definitely a must as far as countries to visit go. It just looks like everyone that goes there just fucking loves it. Just so much like rad history, like awesome, like, I don't know, just like the the scenery, the buildings, just the culture, like the weather, like just everything about it be so cool. I did say I was going to try some of this salami with this Italian beer, so let's do it. Unfortunately, one of the dogs is right behind me, so he's going to get excited. Calabrese. Let's hope it's got some spice to it. It might clear up my sinus problems. It's hard to open. I was going to cook a carbonara and put it in that, and I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'm just going to eat it as a snack. That's if I can open it. God, where's a knife when you need one? Here we go. This bad boy never fails me. The almighty bottle opener. Oh, yeah. Let's see how she goes. Looks pretty decent. And up gets my dog. It's got a bit of a kick to it, but I certainly wouldn't call it very spicy. See how it pairs with the beer. It actually brings out more of that breadiness. Some good shit. Yeah. Yeah, one of my best mates when he first moved to Melbourne for like studies after school. He moved to Coburg. Coburg's sort of next suburb over from Preston and some of those other ones I talked about. And yeah, Coburg was like very Italian. Um, yeah, like just about everyone in his street had like Italian heritage. But yeah, it was known for a lot of theft. Um, it was even during the gangland wars and stuff, so there was like some murders there, and some of the boys lived in that area that were part of the underworld. Ooh, yeah. So you'd be working from home now when you're at it. What time's knock off? It's not going to take long to finish this packet. It's pretty small and there's only like about 10 slices in there. I'm just going to eat the whole thing. I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. Speaking of Happy Gilmore, can't wait to see number 2. Don't know if it's out yet, but I know it was coming out soon. Yeah. It must be so weird when you're working from home. And it's like, oh, I'm just going on my lunch break. And then you come back. Cheers, John. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're well. I've seen you reviewing some hot stuff recently. I haven't checked it out yet, but I will get to it. Yeah, I think it's on got a feeling it's Netflix, which is a bit of a shame. I would have liked to have gone and seen it at the cinema. There's certain movies like that that just, I don't know, the nostalgia. I remember when Happy Gilmore first come out, I was just like, this movie is fucking fantastic. Oh, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like while you're working, it's like you could just have your lunch, and you may as well just finish early. But it just be. I've just I've never been in a job where you sort of experience that. Yeah, I know that, but as in like because you're at home, like it'd be awesome if you could just because you could just eat while you're working anyway, and no one would know. So it's like, yeah, you mate, it'd be awesome if you could just work your straight hours and not have the break, and people sort of wouldn't know any different. What I might do is a little piss break. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Hold tight, peeps. Three little walks a day. Fuck, I could not be bothered with that. So I just take them for one and get it done. Yeah, it sort of feels that way, dude. Like I've got a flu coming on. Especially too, like, yeah, because like I hurt my chest last week and now I'm like real tight in the chest. It's like, yeah. Sometimes it's hard to tell between hay fever and getting a cold. You sort of know by about day 2 or 3. Yeah. Yeah, I might have to have one tomorrow. This Calabrese's got some chili in it, so that'll somewhat help. But I need yeah, I always like a curry that's got like particularly like maybe a Chinese dish because they put heaps of like garlic, ginger, chili, onion. Like if you get real spicy Chinese dish, it's normally like real good when it comes to a cold. So I might even get a Chinese tomorrow. It's too late now. I mean, yeah, if I could sort of drive somewhere, I could probably get something, but I'm not going to get anything Chinese delivered at this time of night. If I lived in the city, yes, but not here. Yeah, we're going through it a bit at work at the moment, so I've probably caught something off someone at work. Ooh, yeah, I love Thai food. Fuck yeah. That Chinese feed I got last week, the one that DJ went to, God, it was good. It was that good. Like next time I go to Melbourne, I reckon I'll go there again just to try something else. But yeah, I've definitely got to try that banh mi at Footscray at the local cafe or whatever it's called. There was something else that was recommended. Oh yes. So let's pour this one up. And I would probably say so far, I reckon the Hallis or the Kiwi Pilsner have been the pick of the bunch. But yeah, this is the amber lager. Like the rest of them, very carbonated. The head disappears quickly. Obviously, different color. I would say this is like like an amber, a copper, sort of with the white sort of orange tinge to it. Medium body, like low end medium. Uh it's pretty clean and clear. Can almost see through it. Let's go with. Yeah. Toffee. But yeah, one thing you'll notice with them, like the head retention's terrible, but they're just like very. It doesn't really show up on the camera, but the carbonation's like very active, very lively. So yeah, like toffee, biscuit, almost like a nutty note, like honey. It's got some sweetness to it. Maybe a little bit of citrus, like orange and lemon, earthy. Yeah, possibly. Maybe a touch of dark fruit. We will soon see when we have a sip. Cheers. Yeah, you're definitely getting like a raisiny sort of edge to it. Toffee, honey, like some honey sweetness. It's more earthy than grassy. Wonder why it's called whaler. Is whaler a term for something? Is it like a particular, like a job? Yeah, the old like one nostril's like probably 60%. I reckon the other one's about 6%. I feel like I'm going to have a terrible sleep tonight. I'll just get on the whiskey instead. Drink till I pass out. More sweet, this one. Certainly not as dry as others. It's a good change up, but it is not as tasty as those other two. So, what's it say on the back? Inspired by the early days of craft brewing, classic styles with little twists. Our amber lager is deliciously drinkable with a wonderful malt body and balanced hop profile, one for any time of day. Yeah, true. True call, Adam. I love a Vienna lager. I don't know if they've done one before. I reckon they I reckon they would have. Vienna lagers are generally of amber colour. I know Banks have done a few Viennas. They've been pretty tasty. I know Mountain Culture had a house Vienna. You could only get it at the brewery, and then all of a sudden they went, "Fuck it, we're going to put it in cans." Yeah, and that's the thing with Viennas. Sometimes you can get them, and they've got like this color to them, and then other times they just look like a, I don't know, like a, what's a lager that's got a little bit of color to it? Like a, even like a Marzen. Marzen's definitely change up in colour. Sometimes you get a Marzen to be like a dark straw, and then you'll get one that's like light tan. They can definitely change in colour. But I've definitely had Viennas that have been more like they look more like a fest beer or something like that. But the ones that I've preferred have had that more sort of like toffee look to them, that amber touch. It's decent, but just not as good as the Hellas and the Hellas and the New Zealand Pilsner. It's where it's at. But yeah, when I did the English style ales from Boatrocker, I was pleasantly surprised with the English IPA. I thought that was absolutely banging. I just didn't expect an English IPA with like old school English, yeah, like traditional sort of ingredients to like hit the way it did. And it was like I want more. Like I want to try more old school like English IPAs. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have these two on top. That just true to style, banging Hellas lager. Just has all the characteristics of a Hellas that you want. Just like, yeah, solid, like very easy drinking, but packed a punch with flavour. And then yeah, this one because it was like yeah, utilising more modern New Zealand hops and had that touch of sort of sweetness up front, but then like dry and bitter on the finish and yeah, like juicy. Had the green character as well. Yeah. The others have been decent as well, like solid, but just not as good as those two. I'm pretty sure they had a Czech style Pilsner in their lineup. I just can't remember what it was called. But they've done so many different lagers over the years. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they did like I think it was a Yorkshire Pale, an ESB, an English IPA, a brown ale. It was something else. There's been about five or six. Yeah, I can't wait to try some cask. It'd be so good. I've been to breweries in Australia, like only a few, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got this on the hand pump," but because I've never had proper cask, I don't know if it's anything close to what that shit is or what. But I reckon I might wrap it up there. As much as I want to kick on, end this 5 beer review. Had a good time. Not sure if anyone's live or doing anything, but I might be best to get myself some shut eye and try battle whatever this cold is or hay fever I got. Get back into it tomorrow. Cheers to Mersey, who's been here pretty much the whole time. And Stewie was there for a while. Brett. Who else do we have? We had, yeah, I said Brett. I know Uncle John, funky Uncle John was there for a while. And Juzzy from the Short Straw. Joshy G popped in before his family told him he had to go. Joey. Joey was there. Rob. Rob popped in briefly. I think that's everyone. Good little stream. I always knew there wasn't going to be too many about it this time, but I did a beer review at a time that suited me. So, cheers, Doubtfire. Good to see you, brother. Just wrapping it up, dude. Did 5 beers from a local brewery. They've been pretty decent. No worries, sir. Good to see you, bro. We'll have to have a drink with you and Miscellaneous again soon. Thanks, bro. So, yeah, solid beers. They'd all be around that sort of. You're not going to give them world beating scores. They're just basic lagers. So, but I'm generous with my scores for lagers. I still like to give them a 4 out of 5 if they're decent. Most of these would be around that mark. Yeah, as I said, these two would be my pick of the bunch. The Monk Munich Helles Lager at 4.5% and the Easy As New Zealand Pilsner at 4.6%. My least favourite. I don't know. Sometimes it's good to pick out a least favourite just to show where your palate's at. I'm probably going to say just the general Pilsner. I think it just wasn't as good as I remember it. It's a bit sort of like subtle. I mean, it was still drank all right, but yeah, I remember it being better than what this was. So there it is. Cheers to Boatrocker, and we will have a delightful bourbon barrel aged Imperial dessert stout from them coming up next week for Easter called Fat Bunny. Look out for that one. It's going to be rad. Probably be one of the beers of the year. Um, I just know what they're capable of for that style. It was very expensive too, so yeah, I'll probably be about tomorrow morning. So yeah, maybe 10 hours time from now. It's still relatively early here on a Friday night. I'm not sure whether anyone's live or doing anything, but I guess we'll see once we wrap it up. But yeah, thanks everyone that chimed in, and we will see you again soon. Cheers, peeps.